So now, for generate word string, we're going to have two parameters. We're going to have the word that they're supposed to guess, and then we're going to have the letters guessed correctly. We're going to have that set, or yeah, that set sent over as well. So parameters are things that come along with the function. So when I call the function, I have to send a word and the letters guessed. So the first thing it's going to do is create a new list that's just empty, and it's just called output. So then this is the for loops. So this is another type of loop. When you have in your loop statement, or in your loops section of your cheat sheet, you should have for. And how for works is you say for letter in word. So it isn't perfect English, but it's saying for each letter in word, it is going to say if letter is in letters guessed, then do this statement, else do this. So basically, what's this doing is, if we switch over to document camera, we'll get a new page. So it's saying if we have if our word is my name, Michael, right? That's the word we wanted them to guess. So it's saying for each one of these letters, it's going to if the letter, so the first letter, if this is equal to any of the letters in letters guessed, so instead of doing equals to, we'll do is if M is in letters, my pen's running out, letters, one sec. If M is in letters guessed, so if M is in the set of variables, or I mean the set of letters that we've already guessed, because we know letters guessed is a list of all of the variable, or all of the letters we've ever guessed so far. So if M is in that list, or in that set of letters, then it's going to output that letter in uppercase. So it's going to add that to the string because we want to keep going through. So if it is in there, then we guessed it and we guessed correctly. Then let's say we didn't guess I, so we do the same thing as in letters guessed. If it's, let's say it's not, this came back false, then instead it's going to print an underscore. Then say we didn't guess C, but we guessed H, didn't guess A, didn't guess E, didn't guess L. So now we have that. So then the output is just going to be, since if we look back at this very shortly, output is a list. So since output is a list, we're going to have all of these things as their own things in the list. So we've just added a bunch of things to the list, So let me draw this. So at this point, output would theoretically look like that. Then when we go back to our code, delete that I just wrote. So append adds that letter to output. So append just adds something to the last thing of the list. So it adds it to the list. So if that letter is in letters guessed, it's going to append the letter. If it's not, then it will append an underscore. Then in this return statement, we're dot joining. So we're joining output as a instead of returning a list, we're joining it all together and making it one just long string. So if we go back to our .cam, what it's going to do is it's going to join all of these together into m__h____. That's what it does. It joins all of them together as one long string. So now we have that, and it's going to return that one long string. So those are our three functions. I closed them off because we're done with them. We don't need to worry about them anymore. Now we're on to the actual game. We'll use those functions to do the things we need to do.